Hello everyone, hello! Apologies for holding on the starting screen for longer than usual. As soon as I was about to press off it, my doctor called me, so I needed to take that quick call. So, sorry about that. Let's put this down. There we go. Hello, welcome everyone. Who have we got in here today? Nanas, thank you for the hydrate already. I will do that right now. You'll listen carefully, you'll hear me sip. There we go. So, hope you're all good today. It is a lovely Tuesday? Wednesday? Tuesday. It's Tuesday. There we go. So yes, lovely Tuesday afternoon. We just got back from going to town. Me and Cara. Don't you start. Oh, great. That was my controller that disconnected itself. There you go. Right, should be fine now. Yes, I hope you're all doing well. It is a little cooler today, thank goodness. There we go. I should have logged in first, really, but oh well. So, last time we played Final Fantasy, we took on Leviathan, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, the next one we go for is big old beard face himself, Ramu. So let's see what happens, eh? So we're with Minfilia, my bitchin' looking gear. I still love how that looks. Look at that. Level 55. Right, let's start. The Great Divide. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us naught to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns aetheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Mogulmog the 12th. The king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Shake shower water over chair. No, don't do that. Get more wet. Yet all is not well in the Twellswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Acilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Uldar this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Yeah, alright then. Oh yeah, did you know that if you sit on the grass, it's a grassy arse? I had that earlier actually, I did sit on some grass. Speak to the refugees in the 7th heaven. I will. Who on earth is that? Oh, right, okay. Not in here, they're up there. Oh, it's a bit slow today. Also, I'm going to thank Izzy Maid for following whilst off stream. One step closer to the 500 goal. We're only 32 away. We'll get there before the end of the year. Right, where are they? Right there. 3 of them. I apologise for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Only about... Oh, wow, Nanas, thanks. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedents. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Uldar for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that we got took. They say there's work, but there's naught for an honest man. Naught as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The Flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathise deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organisation of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word? Tataru? Is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Uldar, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How serious? Oh, how? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hours. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. And Tekkadan, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by while and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalimo will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry! Alright, I'll just nod at you and casually walk off. I'll just stare at her backside as she walks away. I've not even had coffee. Caffeinating. Good idea, Nanas. Go and caffeinate yourself. Empreg. Male pregnancy lovers. My good God. Okay. That person is called Shh. Nah, Sistine Helsing is their name. He's up. He's standing.
Come, you must have gathered by now that, as you can see, I am quite well. Uldar, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident.
Oh dear.
There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
4 months later left in the freezer. Should get on them.
Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
I'm letting it cycle by itself.
To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
That's not a good way to see things.
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Ul'dans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Not going good.
The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
Oh, don't we know it?
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Okay. What do we want? What do we got? We got earrings, earrings. I'll take the gold, thank you. More gold for me. Okay, right. You. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany to the Hall of Flames. I would hear that General Rauban has to say upon the matter. Alright, we're going that way then. But before you do that, I'm going to the Gold Saucer to pick up my winnings. Teleports are being rather slow today, so... Okay, let's go to the scratch cards first. We were meant to be Alpha Node, now we're next to a wind-up Alpha Node, so it's still the same. Oh, 9. 7. 6, and there's the 1. So that will give me 23, 1800. Ah, there was a 10,000 up. Oh no, it wasn't. It was 144. Bugger. Oh well. I missed the chance for a jackpot. Yeah, my mistake. Oh well. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. What the hell was that noise? Oh. Anyone left in there? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, there is someone. And they're gone. Never mind. Consolation, consolation, consolation prize. Here we go. Got one for next week. Oh, land on that. Okay. Can I return yet? No. Back to Uldar. And the good thing is, he wanted to go to the Hall of Flames. And the Hall of Flames is right here. Now is not a good time, Manturnos. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to chirurgeons. Hang on, chirurgeons. I don't know. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not had a single guild to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning soon. Notice that the font on Twitch has changed. Weird. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel and with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will still face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Your allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries at the settlement suspected of harbouring belligerents. Commander Swift will know where they are. Which they are. He may bulk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? I have to run around with Alphino for a bit. Wait. You look as though you have something to say, do you? What you ask for is no simple favour. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The brass blades are reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be run related to certain events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin speaking to the blades posted there. You got it. It's daytime. Lost Hope. Lost Hope. There. That way, if it's further up, I can go. If it's back down, I can fly back down. Yeah, it's further up. Lost Hope, I think, is over there. Oh, that's the clutch. Lost Hope near the bonfire. Okay. Off we fly. I'm glad the Emperor isn't here yet, because otherwise he'd be asking for his pudgy kitty. Chonka. That's not pudgy. Chonka. Close enough. And what brought you here, adventurer? Search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh, no, you won't find them here. Most of the people who lost hope have come to accept the situation, and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like a merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. I didn't expect them to send you. I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees you left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You ain't the foggiest idea what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka, he'll explain everything. Alright, where is he? Over there? Ah! Don't hurt me! I'm not one of them! I beg your pardon? You're not a flame? Oh, I see. Well, if Lurifrit bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. God be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under the fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look beyond yonder tent and you'll understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatised is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. You have no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw! Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me, be here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? You need soothing. Okay. Have a soothe. Double chopped mocha with ice cream. Ooh, nice. Who are you? What do you want? Ah, it's true. I followed the merchant. May the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. And when he asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he bought with her and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited he split us into two groups and sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting. And then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... oh, God, it's the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Alright, alright. We'll get there. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate if they try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox and all bloody cell swords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we'd never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it! Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that the strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. So, you just want me to go and kick their ass? Okay, cool, I can do that. I can do that, no problem. Where are they? In the tunnel? There he is. 7 L's, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad. But we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Oh, really? Any more? Oh, you want some more, do you? Any more? 2 more. Oh, I attacked one of the Fs instead. Oh, never mind. Hang on, you know what? Have one of these. Kinda worked. You beat him like it was nothing. Foul almighty, what are we going to do now? Right, go and speak to your friend again. That way. There he is. I'm standing you. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What are the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better than a handful of them take a beating from you than a lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? Well, where else would he be, unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? Hang on. Yeah. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but that was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must be endured before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. You got it. Find a merchant who's recruiting people for a lost cause because it leads them to nothing but pain and suffering. Sounds like a good plan. Over here. There he is. Ellie. Oh. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Uldar. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so he could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Looking for someone stirring up trouble. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look! Over there, I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim?
Oh no!
You! He's getting away! Don't get him, mister! You're running. I will fly! You again! Why are you pursuing me? Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorise the streets of Uldar? Ah! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you didn't think I give a concurrent arse about politics. It was business. Only business. Hello? We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, okay then. He gone. What's all this commotion? Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Who could that have been? No, I don't. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading to his death. The man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe this murderer a debt of gratitude. Any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Why, thank you. I'm not a murderer unless I absolutely have to. Hall of Flames over there. Swift! What news? Where is the merchant? Murdered? Damn and all the seventh hell. He was not simply murdered, he was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair though, we may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of the riots than you realise. The Flame General left word that you would proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste to speak with Bartholomew. Alright. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
The guy in white.
This this information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence.
Okay.
Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters.
Oh dear.
It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Ah, that bastard.
Teleji Adeleji.
Look at the angry
But
small
he
boy.
spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
For now.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Cartano. Do we get a view of it? I can actually not remember.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is
There it
less
is.
well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill.
What a bastard.
A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Omega.
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats.
Ooh, lore from the first game.
And the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon? One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut?
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Oh, hello.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
I heard it all.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Well, okay, we're fucked, I guess. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. Right, a necklace that was. Lahi! Hello, Lily. How are you? How is work going for you today? I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? They even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It will be their best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Lieutenant Midnight. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartano. Yes, I saw your post about the guy coming in and then it breaking or something like that. Begone, whelp! This is... Oh, whoops. I missed that bit. He said, begone, whelp, and I saw something else. I'm sorry. Oh, it's you again. The little girl. Or boy. I'm not too sure. Me again. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? It's a girl. There you go. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Modi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an Aether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Oh no, I forgot about this. This is what happens. This has been Philia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the 12's has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. The 12's Wood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I have received no reports of Ixali activity, which leads... the Sylphs. Go. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you do arrive, do inform the Antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she didn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Oh, Alphino. MD, my dude. "25 stream streak. Ooh, lovely. That's a good one. That's the highest I've seen so far. It was a relief to see you healthy and hale. The latest news from Uldar was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. I have a feeling this one's spoken. No, it's not. Thank you all for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? But it's not certain. The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Leven's return to the forest. The Sylphlings, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in defence of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs of their territory. The abruptness of development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movement? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon? You foresaw this eventuality and did naught to prevent it? I told Papalimo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Guardians came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orion stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. I maintain that observation would remain the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Uldar drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. It is like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked immigration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming.
No.
Indeed, one could not help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable deployment does afford us a unique opportunity. Anternos, through your dealings with the Source of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gordania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Source so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must first need to consult the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Anternos. Pray report to Commander Heloy at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. A big weapon to take him down with, that's all I need. Adder's Nest. And while that's... No, not Uldar. And while that's loading, I'm just going to get another drink. I'll be 2 moments. I'm not going to go to a beer at that screen because... Oh. I am here. Oh look, it just told me it's time to hydrate. Fantastic. I just did that with a new glass of... Well, that's the thing. I call it squash. For the UK, people know what squash is. I've splashed something over my glasses. Give me a moment. What do you call it in the States? Do you have it? You have like British import stuff, which is Robinson's. Basically, you have to... It's flavoured fruit drink, but you have to dilute it with water. You can drink it neat, but it's incredibly strong. But we call it squash in the UK. I don't know what it's called in the United States. If at all you have it, I'm pretty sure you do, but I have no idea. Lieutenant Midnight, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever a cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand readily for any eventuality, I know none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. You have no idea what I'm talking about? Oh, okay. The Elder Seedseer, however, will speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nothica's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. Tons of fruit drinks. Well, I will send a picture of it. Hold on. I will get like an image of it to show you. Just a standard one that I'm not drinking this one myself, but it will show you what I'm on about. So, if you can see this page... Oh no. No, hold on. Can't delete that. Okay, that's not a good picture to start with, because it doesn't do the whole link. I'll try and think of something else. What about this one? There we go. Right. Click that on there. and it will come up with Robinson's, and you can see it says orange squash. Basically, that's super concentrated stuff. You put a little bit in a glass, and then you dilute it with water to make it drinkable. As you say, I'm pretty sure you have stuff like this in America, but that's what we call it over here. We call it squash. Like the sport. And the vegetable. But the one I'm drinking is apple and strawberry. It's very nice and refreshing. Yeah, we don't have that. Fair enough. Novagus Altar is a place of contemplation. Visitors are asked to refrain from creating a disturb... Oh, that's not you. The other signs have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Orange juice is straight from orange trees, but you drink it straight. Oh, no. Squeezed orange juice? Yeah, we drink that straight as well. Of course, we don't have orange trees in the UK because we haven't got the right climate. But no, this is different.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
It's voiced!
On behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort
Welcome
to
to
us
the...
all in
Welcome
these
to
days of
Gridania,
uncertainty.
Sumo Ju. Hi, Luna.
I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my
Orange
hope
juice.
that this
Yeah.
sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that
Time to
conflict
punch an
may
old
be
man.
avoided.
Wizard Santa.
Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of
Orange juice in the
influence.
UK is different
I would
than
ask,
America.
therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
While we do use freshly squeezed oranges for our juice, other things
The
are added to it
Twelves
to
Wood has
preserve
suffered
it,
enough.
make it last
Upon
ages.
this,
But
we
you
and
can
the
just get
Sylphs,
freshly squeezed orange
and
juice
I
with
would
bits in
venture
that taste
Lord
much
Ramu
different.
himself, are in perfect accord.
Model balked, yeah,
Let us
unfortunately
not
during certain
endanger
scenes
our
it slows
shared
down a
home
bit.
by
But don't worry, it will fix
engaging
itself.
in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
I can't stop it, I'm afraid. Oh, look how cute the sylphs are.
You have my thanks.
You don't like freshly squeezed? No, neither do I. I don't like juice with bits in.
Pray, may a member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Honestly, I'd rather just have water. Oh, Sunny D! Oh, God.
An ill wind blows through the forest.
You ever have cancel a strain and have cancellation regret? Yes.
It is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Vaorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have
Aw,
care.
Luna. Well, I know you've got to have an early night because of what you're doing tomorrow, but surely you can do, if you want, 1 or 2 hours. Just do something off the record. An ad hoc stream. Don't do Final Fantasy because you lose yourself to it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry, my screen just went all funny. Play like a game, just do an art stream? Yeah, exactly. or just play like a game you've not played. The one that you know how to play it, and you know that you haven't played for a while. That's what I do. See how I feel after your shower? Yeah, like yesterday, I should have streamed yesterday because it was the 34th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, and you know how much I like my Sonic games. I thought to myself, after dinner, should I go and stream it? And I thought, no, stick to your plan. Right, this week I've got no plan at all because I'm doing the late shifts at work. But tomorrow and Thursday now, that has changed. I'm now doing training for new guards. So I've got my evenings free. So I may stream. I might not. I don't know. Depends how it goes. Serpent Lieutenant. Lieutenant or Lieutenant? Lieutenant. That's how it says. Lieutenant Midnight, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself, an unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location of where the Lord 11 might be found. I would ask you abide here until they return with their findings. I know where he is. Right there. That little dot. I don't know that yet. I'm not supposed to. I was told a messenger will be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Oh, there he is. Or she, or they, I don't know. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touch One summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please, come with us, this one. Meow, meow. Oh, actually, Luna, I could give you a suggestion for a game to play. One that doesn't require too much... Let me think, how can I say it? It doesn't require much energy, but it's very fun. If you want a short stream with a game that's still enjoyable and funny, Stanley Parable. That's my suggestion. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. But yeah, see how you feel after your shower. It's a good idea. I haven't been here yet. I love this area. So much easier to go around now we can fly here. Apart from the stupid, what do you call it, the leap of faith. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One. So it is actually you. I am relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magic, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Stolar's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, the Lord of Leven awaits. Right here. Oh, okay. Oops. I'm pretty certain this is voiced, so I'm going to do that. Oh, there they are. Evil! Evil! Come on then, big boy, where are you?
betrays thee, servant of hiding.
There he is. Wizard Center! You're here. He's not evil, that's the thing. He's really not. He's just a protector. Wiggly Beard!
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest.
Basically,
Thou tramplest upon
equivalent
sacred
of,
soil, bringer of light.
Celebi.
By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
We need Urianger here to speak like oldie English with him.
Redanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other.
I don't know about that.
Thy conflict hath brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest.
Well, that's true.
All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed, for light and dark given form when man was born. It would explain much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee.
And the special one.
Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light. Aye, there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
Why does this guy sound like Knuckles from the Sonic 2 movie?
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Idris Elba.
Come to me, bringer of light.
Lord.
I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Sweet.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Oh, he is here.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
No, you come fight with us. Lazy bastard. Striking tree. So go round up here, just so I'm out of the way. Duty finder. Striking tree. Less than 5 minutes. Lovely! That's a good thing to see. So, for 5 minutes or less, we'll just sit here and talk. Actually, no, well, I didn't last one. I had recruitment things to go through in the Adder's Nest, sorry. So that's what we're going to do. Who can see if we can get there first before it procs? No Chonka? There we go. Not here, Yamper. I'm in Gridania. I can't run with that. I'm going here. Enlistment papers. Oh, God's sake, I knew it happened. Right, commence. We'll wait here. Just in case those DPS don't come in. Ooh. How was Game of Thrones, Yamper? You happy? Enjoyed it? And I'm doing well, Yamper. Thank you. Thank you. They're not going to come in, are they? Come on. Finished season 7. Damn, you've really gone through it. There's not many. I think. Yeah, let's say last season. Do we need a tank? That's what I want to know. Yeah, go on then. Marauder. Hang on. Recruits. And then... Come on, load faster. Commence. Can't skip this scene. Are you kidding me? Come on. Tank. There we go, we're in. We've seen this before, it's fine. Ramu! Prophet Penguin, you've got a... Oh. No, stay away from me. I haven't done this fight in a long time. Okay, good. Is that the advantage? Okay, no problem. We have 59% already, look at that. Oh, that's me. Hang I am now terrored. I can't do shit. Thank you. Right, that's the other arm. Okay, here comes the Judgment Bolt. No damage. Music to this plot is amazing. Oh, more arbiters. That's fine. Yeah, that's how these arbiters are going to feel once we finish with them. Oh. Ah, crap. I'm not standing the thing, the conductivity. My bad. Thank you. Destroy him. That's it. Broke his beard. Do you think he'll like that? Lovely. I'll give that to you. You were pretty good. Wait for you to go. I gotta come! Here we go. Cool. One commendation.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
There he is.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine.
Who voices this guy?
Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather.
Yeah, I've not got that set up yet, Luna.
Feed them.
Not yet.
If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Look and stuff that this
Thou
guy did.
hast slain the Lord of Levin.
A lot of Digimon he's
A
been in.
regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, the truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Asin.
Voice someone in World of Warcraft as well. Cataclysm.
But let us
Don't know what that
conclude
is.
our present business.
Cover your ankles, you
I shall
slag.
expound
Oh, how
upon
can
my
else can he shut off his
findings at the
wonderful
Rising
body?
Stones anon.
Yeah, World of Warcraft Cataclysm. A person who voiced Ramu voiced Cenarius. Cenarius. Don't know who that is, but if Luna, I know you play it, so. Yeah, same voice actor. Name is Neil Kaplan. He's been in a lot of Digimon. A lot of Digimon. So, but a lot of anime. English speaking, of course, doesn't do the Japanese. He's like the big druid god in WoW. Yeah, same voice. Well, he voiced God in here and a God in there, so. Father of Centaurs with a name like Cenarius. Sounds about right. Lieutenant Midnight, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? Sonaris was kind of sexy. Fair. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of Gradania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that Lord of Leven has accepted you as the forest's champion of peace. You performed a monumental duty this day, Lieutenant Midnight. The Elder Seed Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Elder Seed Seer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gradania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The Conjurer at Novica's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well. No, in fact, I'm going to go and deal back with my squadron, who are currently there, and then I'm going to go to Novica. Send you a pic of him on Discord. Let's have a look at this beastly boy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, right, okay, alright. Oh, sorry, I've just seen the thing you put in your server as well about Tom Sanders and his mum trying to identify the pride flags. That was really funny to watch. That was a really fun. I've watched Tom Sanders stuff for years, and it's really, really funny. I am now stormy weather and welcome you to Ecuador. His mum is perfect. Oh, on the way out of there, I am going to try my hand at that guy for cards. Right, let's have, oh, no, don't do that. Let's see you. Let's see how you look. Oh, it's you, yes. That's the person I thought I accepted before, but I think it must not have... Yes, I want you. Lurk. Shower and think time. No problem. Let me know if you do, because then I can try and time things. Yeah, we got to hear it, it didn't load. I must have just missed it. Right. No, I want to train. Oh, I have to send them on a mission. City patrol. Yeah, go on then. Off you go. We'll get that started. Right, let's see how well you do. 110. Oh, you're going to be tricky, aren't you? Ascension. Oh, that's why I stopped doing this one. You first. Bastard. Fine. Put that one there and you can take that one. Will you stop that? Yeah, you won that one. I hate, do you know what? I do not like doing Ascension at all. I need better cards for Ascension. Welcome back, Honoured Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. Is it voiced?
You are returned to us, dear friend.
Yes.
And none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you.
Yeah.
Most glad am I of this.
Thanks, Canacena. All the stress you've been giving me.
I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
Fighting, and lots of it.
Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano,
Exactly.
or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union.
How's the volume,
Let
by the way? Is
ties
it
which
good or
bind
not?
The alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
Please tell me if it's not, and I'll adjust it
As
as
the
needed.
scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose.
We have common
Yet
purpose.
Now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off.
Well, we
On
can
behalf
try our
of the
hardest.
people of Redania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done.
Compared to what we're going to do, this is nothing.
Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Oh, hello, she's all by herself.
Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
I wonder who could be causing that.
Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
It's a cute bird. Hi, Draco. Hello. How are you doing? Put that down. Papalimo. Hello. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Hanternos? I hope Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the primal sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Hanternos? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? That sounds like a really good idea. I could do with it. Tired and depressed, but okay otherwise. How about myself? I hope you heard soon. I am relaxing. I'm cooler than I was before because of the stupid heat last week, so I'm very thankful that has gone away. And I'm going back to work tomorrow, so... but that's part of life. Hello, Freemium. Hey, put that door back up, okay? Every time you come... Nah, how you doing? You're right. The door kicker is here. That's a big leg, though, to stretch halfway around the world to kick that door down. Okay, yes, that's better. Thank you very much. Raloon, hello. Good as new. Yep, just ignore the planks, you know. Welcome back, Hanternos. Word of your momentous account of Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of my own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing the defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together, and the fact it's a different colour now. Oh yeah, you painted it blue, just like me. Ah, there was thought put into that freemium. There was. Is this one voiced as well? Because we're all here, or are you gonna let me voice it all?
If everyone is ready,
Oh, thank
let
God.
us begin.
Let us begin.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
I love how he just picked it up and walked off with it. My floor. Gone.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus.
How are you today, Free? You doing well?
Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that
Must be
day
quite late
did
where you are.
serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time,
Urianger and I have striven to
nobody left,
discover
the next video's up.
means by which
Awesome!
the Ascians
And you're
might
good?
more
Excellent.
permanently be slain.
Oh yes, kill the
And
Ascians.
'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence.
Oh, we found something.
In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
They have.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
But he did. He completely evaporated in the end.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Oh, the music stopped. Serious moment. Oh, tutorial time with Minfilia.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
Yep.
In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
To baby.
'Tis
Babu.
as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
This guy reminds me of Obi-Wan from episode
Primals
4.
behave
Yeah.
somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm,
Hello,
they
Ifrit.
must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape.
So when they
Thus,
get
a
defeated,
defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them.
The void.
The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
Nope, Thancred. We'll remember that
I
forever.
am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Kaboom. Crush them. Like sparrow egg between thighs.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
It's only a 16-piece puzzle, Infidel. You can sort that out.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
You expect Sharlayan to help us?
I
You
have the
crazy.
utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian.
Ah, because the island ceased to exist.
Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
In fact, they're not all obliterated.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
We'll find out, shall we? Speaking of which, there they are. All those Ascians. Do they speak, or have I got to speak for you? Ah. Let's get those off. The Lord of Levin is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Wall, and Levin all have now been humbled by the bringer of light. The limitless potential of man, Hydaelyn's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls have grown weak and wan. Wane. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Look who it is, he's still alive. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken Eos's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall soon be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. There he is. At this point, no one knows his name. If it is... like that. Sorry, just doing something on the phone. Right. Now the matter of Ramuh has for the present been put to rest, there is something I would show you, Hanternos. It's a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentioned in particular the names of all defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mogulmog XII, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Needless to say, there's only one among our number to have faced them all. And though those words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such a time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again, and again, and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. The Sylphs of Little Solace, who wish naught of conflict. Of Alizé, who strives to unearth the terrible secrets of the Calamity. And then there is Sid and the Fellowship of NOAH, racing to unlock the mysteries of ancient Alag that we might be spared the horror of another Ultima weapon. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it would not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Ah, Alphino. Alphino, I take the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organisation we discussed. Ah, I have a message for you from Ellie. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Well, Fano, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Wind him up, of course. Antonos, you may have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name? I believe he's some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Noddington. That was way off key, sorry. That was super off key. Yozan. Oh, it's this kid. Yeah, from Vesper Bay. Look, it's Mr. Hanturnos. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were fighting primals and then they give him some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Oh, I've tangled up my wires. Hold on. There you go. Anyway, we want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. Hanturnos? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion then? Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coulternay, did you know that Mr. Hanturnos is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Hanturnos. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, And this bookish fellow is Coultenay. Though we remain largely unproven adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings the arts of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we're not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. And we were just asking Mr. Hanternos if he could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside him, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. Had a lovely shower too? Yeah, I'm having one later. I have a counter-proposal. What if we were to cross swords with Hanternos? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Ori, if I didn't know you any better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against the legend. Ha! Well, mayhaps I am. What matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you? Will you consent to spar with me? Yeah, alright. That'll be fun. Hurrah! We're to have a tournament! Come on, everyone. We must prepare gear for an outing. Do not try to disappoint them, Have faith, Coultenay. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this a worthy contest. The field to the east of town shall prove suitable for our purpose, so I very much look forward to our bout. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Right. Oh, wait a minute. Because the Emperor asked for it and he's now back. There you go. Just to make it super chunky as well. Close up. Hori Boulder. It was good of you to agree. I'm going to kick your ass. Very well, let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hori, are you certain you wish to fight him alone? That is Hanternos you face. What better way to test me mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Science to begin with. Without him to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello? You haven't begun yet, have you? Ah, hello. Yeah? Well, who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Hanternos' name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems to be a sickly shade in comparison. You best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Big smiley face. Bring it on. I'll go easy on him. Oh no. Oh, you want some as well? Alright. Right, you're down. Anybody else? He's fine. Crushing them without mercy? Of course. It was a 2v1 battle. What do you expect? I flared him with a bit of thunder. I think that's a bit of overkill. I'm the warrior of ass kick. That's what happened here. You bested me. I yield. That was incredible. We beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Centurnos. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see what they sent you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to expect the same. Made the children happy. That's what I did. Impressive as always, Antonos. It is a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. You're the warrior of ankle biting. It suits you well, Yampa. Do you recall when we first met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favourable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards the solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their homes was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, two nations as self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for his inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavour to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Of course, however, it's not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the science of the Seventh Dawn alone. No. What is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians as a sumo throw, you're absolutely right, Luna, is a new expanded organisation that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organisation, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Ain't nobody got time for that! Well, the fact that we know what's going to happen, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. How was your shower? Was it lovely and refreshing? I know it would be hot because of your temperamental temperature. Blong! Toasty. Hopefully your landlord can get on that and sort out what's going on. I feel clean. It's such a nice feeling, isn't it? When you get out of one, it's like, wow. This way. Still debating on stream. That's fair. It's up to you. You said you got to have an early night because of what you're doing tomorrow. You're doing that sanctuary thing, aren't you? with the burbs. Thank you for coming, Hanternos. The world shifts and altered, and we, my friend, must be ever one step closer ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organisation, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. That one. Get to watch. Oh, nice! Get to watch some photos. Oh, okay, cool. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. We had rain and a lovely thunderstorm yesterday. Oh my god, yeah, send here, please. Yet, while the purpose of this hypothetical organisation is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have since become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the Scions. It is my hope that the successful utilisation of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. It's toasty. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organisation under the authority of the Antecedents. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. Going to bed, have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, Freemium, for coming by. Have a good sleep. See you later. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations as to what we can even achieve. With this new company under the Scions' command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organisation and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing the precursor to this true border-spanning grand company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders to gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask you to accompany on this journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. It is reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa. Let us rendezvous at Bullock Hall. I have to start 21 again around the third. It's up to you, Yamper. You sub whenever you want to. Right, off to Limsa. Here comes the RP Central. Check on my work phone as well. This way. GT. Gin and tonic. Gothic or Gothic. Thick. There you are. I am ready to ascend the bridge to speak with Admiral. While the Admiral and I are finalising promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavoured to spread the word of our organisation through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of that opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter they should already be pledged to another institution, only they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside, the upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with the recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for our next leg of our journey. Alright. Upstairs. Is it the one you sent me? Yes, you did. Yeah, I remember. An organisation with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there's a time to act and a time to watch. And I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Well, screw you then. I have an itch in my hand. Ah, there we go. Rainer, I'm going to talk to you from down here. Master Alphino's new organisation? Yes, I've heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. It is with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa must needs receive my full attention. That's fair. See, that's a nice way to decline. Where we go next? Over here. This one first, then that one, then that one. Hey, who in the bloody hell do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvalian's door. Rude? Hecking rude? My arm still stings from yesterday. If any of you saw my pictures on Blue Sky, I did some gardening yesterday, and the garden fought back. Left me some nice marks on my arms. Oh, make time. This one's always in the corner. It takes ages to get to. You, Riol, but you're a good one. You're a good boy. Well, if it ain't Anternos, I'd not forget our adventurer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Riol, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes. 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. It ain't often I drag my arse out of Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare ye these days? You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Sounds like a right lark, it does. Alright, lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into my grave just yet. Good man. That's our first one. Best boy Riol, don't we know it? Bow, 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 bow. A precursor to United Aeolus in grand company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Nalda and Vermelis keep me close to the forge. I've not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armourer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Good man. See, that's good. That's a good thing to keep. Can't join your company, but I may be able to do some armour for you. Good man. Where are we off to now? Airship landing. Off to Gridania? Gridania Uldar. Anternos, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious to how my proposal received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa. A member of the legendary company heroes indicated his interest? Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await for you at your arrival at Novica's altar. Alright. Gridania. Alan is doing Stormblood normal raid solo and texting me his struggles. Oh, okay. I can do. I used to be able to do some of those solo. Some of them are a bit tricky. There's a card person nearby. Cards. Cards. Who is it? Miyun. Oh yeah, we got to have a go. 32. Yeah, it should be all right. Plus Ascension and 3 open. Oh, great. Nah, she's going to cheat. You watch, she's going to cheat. I'll take that. Screw it. Even though Demon Walls... Yeah, I know that was going to happen, but it's fine. Put you there. 7 of 7. We'll put that there to take that. So we've got 7 below. Crap. Hate that thing. Ha! Took yours back. Ah, it's a freaking draw. Alright, we'll do another one. We'll take that there. Take that back. Fine. I'll put that there. Should be okay now. Mother fricker. Ha! I got something. Another Mune card. That's fine. I'll take that. That's a win. I think there's one more in there I can get. But I'll hold off for now. Let's go this way. Conjurer's Guild, where I need to go. My audience with the Elder Seed series is due to commence momentarily. I'd be grateful if you'd once more seek to the task of recruitment here at Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship. Alright, sounds good. 24. Haha, PP. Pew Pew. The name's actually Pew Pew. That's an adorable character though. 1 round. Okay, it's like a circle. Only 4 of you. Who's first? Oh no. No! No! Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Hey? Could it be you don't remember me? It's I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you expose. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Bascaron's. Yes, now I remember. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realised. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognised after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? What's your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Woodwellers will have naught more to do with me. This may be the second chance I was looking for. Reverend's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You'll not regret this. I promise you I'm a changed man. So what do I say about that? I'm going to go up and roll round to the market. While I'm here, I can also do my achievement currency. See if there's anything here I can buy. Oh, there's actually someone here I've got to do anyway. Master of the Rolls. 18. Right, I've got that already. Weapon, armor, accessory. Okay, right. Glasses. Water. Yeah, I'll take that one. BD, got that. Minion of Light, yeah. Wind up Leader, Wind up Odin, Wind up Warrior of Light, Goblin, Gilgamesh, Nanamo, Furion. More minions. crashed out in the minion market. Oh dear. And I've now got a new emote. There we go. Alianne. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry, we're just... Oh, Hanternos, isn't it? It must have been some time since I passed across outside the Copperbell Mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer back then. But look how far you've come. Mother Mioun tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. Like less than the 60 you get if you just flat sell them. Oh wow, really? I must look at the moment. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here will be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Ilsedour home. Well, that's another one. Cards. Dissension and plus. Oh wow, that's impressive. No, I didn't mean to do that. That was my mistake. My mistake. Having those. Can't take the ace. Hey, win. Nope. I just need to get more cards from you in the future. That's fine. Gabriel 3 mounts. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to look at some mounts and stuff while I'm in the market, see what happens. Ursendale, you would offer this old man a place at your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honoured by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Ah, you've got to let it go. House Manor is dealt with. You're fine. There's not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited. This company of yours certainly sounds like to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organisation is more organised. Alright, now we're going to the marketplace. So what am I looking for? Gabriel 3. I'm going to have a look on here for you, just so I'm here. That one. 600, yeah? 600k here. Oh. That's a mount, isn't it? I'll say that for less than 5k. Which one is it, even? Oh, that one. Sweet. What bits do mounts come under? I'll go have a look. Hang on. Construct 14. 74 grand. Mark 3 is 600. Pinky. Nothing found. 55 million. 10 million. And 400,000. The one next to Minion. Ah, right. Registrable miscellaneous. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Barding. Tidal barding. Barding. Right. Zoohorn. 266. Night Pegasus. 11 million. Flying Chair. 45 grand. Dodo. 5 million. Elthers, 130, Petrol, 170, Magic Bed, 949, Darmal, 900. With TT. Construct 14, I think that's the one I just looked at, yeah. Megalotragus, 2 million. That's the one we're just looking at. Construct Core, no found. 6.5 and 50. Yeah, I'll take that one. Never heard of some of these ones. Wondrous Lana, 20 million. Faith and Horn. I suppose I want to look for the ones that have a lot of them, like that. Those expensive ones are from Faux Hollow. Ah, that makes vacuum suit. That's a lot of those. Whistle. £6 grand. Yeah, I'll take that one. Parasol. Like the parasols. White lace. 60 grand. Ribboned. 98. Low parasol. 73. Oh, these are the glasses as well. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, these are glasses. So, if there's anything here for 1,000, I will take it. 2,000. 2,000. Oh, I've heard of the shark one. Yeah, 950. Insufficient petticoats, not done that. These are the hairs, aren't they? Oh, there's the last one. There we go, that'll do. Now I can use faceware. It's hilarious. It's very funny. Yeah, you're quite right. And last but not least, that one. Okay. Anything I need to fix? Nope, just a few things.
Oh my god, I'm about to fucking nut.
Hell yeah, getting all that stuff for cheap. I know I say I try not to swear on this channel more. I've never ever got rid of that redeem. I just think it's funny to have a bit of Iron Mouse in here. And it's just people trying to get the 1k overworld chest achievements. When I get to these places, I will actually give it a proper go. What news, Hanternos? For my part, the Elder Seed Seer was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer? Our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Uldar whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavour to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. First of all, because it's gone over the time limit, I'm going to go and do my Gold Saucer. Just found a ton of art I thought I lost from friends. Oh, that's awesome! Glad to hear it. Ooh, that looks like a face. Right, let's see what we can do today. I missed the chance for 10k earlier, so I don't want to do that again. 36. So 17, 180. That'll do. There's a malevolent weasel over there as well. I should go and fight him for cards. Ah, not very good. Not good. Right. 48, you only got one card. All open, plus, and chaos. Oh, great. Always got Hildebrand. 7 and 8. Well, none of those can win, so I'll put it there. That 5 would get taken. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, there's a 1. Ah, no, because you're going to take that one away. Screw it, I'm taking it anyway. Easy, take the 1. Yep. Ha! I win. And I got the card. Screw you, Mr. Weasel. Wrong way. I know he's down. I know there's more down there, but I'm not doing those at the moment. It's weird, like you say that, Luna. I found a load of artwork I actually got prints of when I moved. I was so happy to see them all. Husting strip. Oh look, Jenlin's, Lily's favourite person. Uldar, the gilded city, where one's fortune is defined and one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final lead proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana would take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting. How dare? Kick that man's shins. You know what I'll do? What I'm going to do? Hold on. What can I do to him? There you go, I slapped him. Oh, I could take his picture. Right of his belly. Where's that new one? Water. There you go, look, I need to be a bit back. There you go, I'll water his crotch. You entreat dark forces to visit a terrible fate upon Jenlin's. There you go, how's that? I cursed him. Now to kill 2 hours or so until my art is transferred to Google Drive, since Dropbox has only a 2 terabyte limit. Oh wow, yeah, that sucks. About to say 2 terabytes. Will Red. Wait, you're the man who came to me, little Alamigo, looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead. A whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Anyway, that disaster really got me thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realised how easily I'd been manipulated, and vowed to make myself a more worldly man, so here I am. A new company of champions? And you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Alamigo. I'm prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Good man. It also means I can work hard on my tablet too. Awesome! Are you still debating for later on? Nah, I'm not going to stream those 2 snoozy. That's fair. I may be around later on in the voice chat. Who knows? Orson. Sister Orson. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson, of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry roads less fortunate. A most upsetting business. You here with your companion? Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, it's his new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organisation sounds like a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. See, I'm fine with that. She does a great job already, so I can't fault her for that. Bam, bam. Thank you for advertising the Discord, Luna. Thank you. Yellow Moon. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is there some new fashion manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady's already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. Wow, go fuck yourself.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
She just gave me she gave me the I have a boyfriend routine. That's what she did to me. I have a boyfriend. Landerbirds. Aye, you'd be surprised what rumours drift down to Pearl Lane. I know this glorious new company of yours and just how far I go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organisation is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting to a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. What? Wow. There's Lily's favourite bench. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next door over, let alone the conundrums of the neighbouring nation. I got a few people. I didn't log out there once, like 2 weeks ago. I was just lost when I logged back in. Oh my god, I bet. It's like, where the hell am I? How fare do you, Hantanos? What hidden gems do the streets of Uldar offer upon your relenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth? Well, he's certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years of following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspired these people was born in no small part of the victories you herself have won. Thank you. I will not squander this precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the Syndicate's involvement? As was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinised and recorded. The organisation will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumours and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things still plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. Not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Off we go. Oh, and there's another one.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
Maybe.
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Uldar is not alone in her duplicity.
Behind locked doors, because you locked them in.
I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, It is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong.
Not wrong.
Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
Merryweather from GTA
I
5.
have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Well, I don't know, mate.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands.
They're weird to see.
Cannot be done about Telechi.
Not yet.
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'Dan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
Make him stronger.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
Stroppy little dwarf. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. True though, a little stroppy moment.
What good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
See, she cares for him, really.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
And then they fucked. The end. Back to the Rising Stones. Quarter to 6. Yeah, I'm trying to get this patch done. On each stream, I'm trying to get one patch done at a time until we get to Heaven's Ward, and this is patch 2.3, I think. And I don't think there's much left to it. Because in each patch, there's normally one trial or dungeon. And I think next one, 2.4, is Shiva. One of my favourites. That is an utter journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolise your services. I am certain the Antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Greetings. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organisation. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataro is cooperating with Alphino to see all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Reverend's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's all he requires? Sure, wellness check. What I'm doing. Also, people watching who are sitting here watching, go eat, go drink, med check for all of you. Stretching and other things and what have you. Right, where are they? Slathborn, you're over here, aren't you? What can I do for you? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Ha! I'll barely noticed your recruits arrive. It was barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, it is more of your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the Antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Lathborn, the shipment! We couldn't... Couldn't what? God's woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands, and I believe they may have been heretics. There were too many, way too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is likely to be more a case for simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Forton. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Antanos, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Forton? I shall be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realise I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favourable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. You got it. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Horshafont will be glad of your assistance. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, Camp Dragonhead, we can just teleport, can't we? Bing! We'll try and correct this. There we go. Well, well, if it isn't my fine friend Hunternos, would you care for a plate of roast caracal? Some old wine? No? Ah, I see you've not come in my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount.
No, not Horshafont. You can't do that to him.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart.
There's
Though
our first
I have devoted
mention.
significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Yeah, go on then. Why not?
Alone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise.
I love his voice. It's so adorable.
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Your welcoming is warm enough, Horshathon. Come on, how can you say that? Bow, bow. Oh, daytime. It must have just literally turned to daytime as I went in, because it was dark when I arrived. Now it's bright sunshine. Did some practice NASCAR. Card held for 65 laps, and that's because we went on gases only into the pit. Oh no, you risked it too much. The ice have it. I need to get that fake done at some point, because you get this sound. Actually, 65 laps on turn left simulator is very good. Sorry, that's mine and Kara's name for NASCAR. It's turn left simulator. Unless you're going on the right-hand track, then it'd be turn right simulator, but I don't think that does exist. Antanas, welcome, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil will proceed apace. We shall rebuild sure and strong, that the Dravanians might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture, however, that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whiteburn. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, it's a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organisation that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem changed. I know not what matter of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervour. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims? As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. The patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow, and carried him from our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Before we do that, you're about to run out. There we go. Now you are full. Alright, where are we going? For here? I think you're in here, aren't you? Or were you upstairs? Can't get out the door. There we go. Yeah, he's upstairs. Be that way. This way. Oh, cards. Triple triad. My pleasure. Bring it on. Chaos, same, 3 open. Me first. That one going there. This one will go here. Easy win. That'll do though. I'm just playing you and don't want your card yet, just so I know where you are. Tell you what happened? Why yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. I was travelling my usual route to Whiteburn Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armour, crystals, and they were taking everything. It was that one of them noticed my bleary gaze, stalked me over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods. But you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me it was a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Alright, off to Snowcloak it is then. lot of people who are dead. Speak with the house during their night. Gah! Draw your weapon, foul! Boy, I recognise you, adventurer. You are come-seeking heretics? And we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties to suit them here. By nights we should have had them cornered within ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Yeah. My fan died, the blood stopped coming. Oh, right, yeah. There she is. Lady Iceheart. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff? Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered the passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to Whiterun Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drill. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, wrong way. Anyone doing that one? I like this area. I like the cold areas. Kurthus, Ishgard, all the snow. Garlemald when we get there. Up we go. No, not under the stairs. Go up the stairs. I won't fly then. I'll walk. Antanos, it appears I owe you my thanks again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handedly, I fear I may have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may very well be the lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Horsefront of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our injustice for long. I'm going to go out the top way. Make it easier. I keep saying every time I go through this area, I love cold all over. Yeah, me too. I'm so happy you can now fly in this area, like in Realm Reborn, to make it so much easier. We go that way later. Up there. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. Stand at this table. The walks before the flying winds were so bad. I know, right?
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
I saw her. Oh. Happy Pride Month, HyperXWL. HyperX Warrior of Light, hopefully. Who knows? But thank you for coming by.
Of all the highlands, that
Thanks for
towering
coming.
wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate.
How are you doing today?
So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, We still know far too little of this Iceheart.
That's it. We
She
saw her
is
face.
capable of commanding
Well,
such a
part of it.
band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and
Oh,
request
it's
that
very
they bring
kind
this
of you.
matter
Thank
to
you
its
so much.
conclusion.
And the same to you as well.
Giving the glowing reports the new commander has garnered
Peace out.
thus far,
Go for it.
I
Thank
am
you
certain
for
that
coming
can
by.
be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche.
Oh, I like that. I like that
On
phrase.
the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
He's such a sweetheart, isn't he? Back to Revenant's Toll. I came here because I was hearing the Super Mario Land 2 OST. Oh, awesome! Welcome on in. Yes, I uploaded those videos many years ago. This channel is still going. And Zernos, 'tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Kurthus? Houseful Thomas to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Horseshoefunk for his continued generosity. Yet, even as our town grows in prosperity, I feel it will attract ever greater number of those who will do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Brave new... Oh, this is it, the last one. While you were away in Kurthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seems somewhat flustered. Sonic the Hedgehog fan here. Awesome. I was talking about this earlier. Welcome. Thank you, YouTube viewers. Lovely to see you all. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Yeah, I uploaded a lot of those soundtracks. Oh, goodness me. 16, 17 years ago? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents... Oh, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file a lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Anternos, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid! Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't had the time to track them all down. The recruits noted on their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't want to... If you don't wish to miss the ceremony. There we go. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organisation is a well-dressed organisation, I suppose. Out we go. Find recruits. What Sonic game do you like? Oh, my favourite is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That has always been my favourite. If you watch me on Twitch or YouTube, I do that maybe once a month. I get the urge to play the game. Oh no, look who it is. Yu Hassi. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future, thus did I sign my name to the cause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organisation has made a name for itself, shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Sounds good. Right, we'll get that one down here because he's like over there. But most Sonic games I love. The 3D ones like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Heroes. My guilty pleasure is Sonic R. I love that game. My favourite forces because Santiago in it. Fair enough. No, I get that. It's a good game. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Ah, uniforms. I'm reminded of my induction to the Woodwainers. Who's next? You. Ilbird. I don't believe we've met. I'm Ilbird, and I had the honour of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Who left? Ergmus. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom, and a hearted defender of Limsa Lominsa. Yet in truth I stand for the betterment of the realm, and that this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Now I had to stop practice. Oh well, I am, but yep. Fancy do play Final Fantasy XIV, Sonic, Mario, Power Wash. Yeah, I play a lot of things. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for colour. Sometimes we do real face cam streams as well, on the rare occasion. And Turnos, gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about the town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. It is an honour to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. If you make me match Alphino, I quit the Scions. Only because of it. Yeah, fair. Little Amigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll. That this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to it extra cloth in time. One more up here. Did I miss any game? Binding of Isaac? I mean, there's the odd few here and there, but I meant to read that, wasn't I? Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off after blood to me head. Not worry though, I'm sure it'll be fun enough making a few adjustments. You've returned after food? I need food soon. I've been doing this for 3 hours. Ilsador has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organisation is somewhat intimidating. I remember this quest. You never used to have quest markers. You just had a massive orange area where they'd be, and you have to go hunting for them. Go get food then? I will, after stream has finished. Can I fill time? Mainly you will play and play. Yes, about that. The occasional RuneScape stream as well, because I've gotten back into old school RuneScape, and that may be on the docket at some point. And yet, random stupid games as well. I did one with Carrie yesterday off stream, it was very funny. Antonos? Ah, Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met most of the recruits? Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite women can achieve. Elite warriors can achieve, not women. My second favourite game is Sonic 4. Sonic 4 is a good one. It's not on my high list, but it's a good one. I need to play RuneScape again. Honestly, it's because a friend started talking about it and I watched people on stream play it. I had lunch while watching a video about different things you can add to dress up box mac and cheese. It basically feels like not eating. Luna, you had the frickin' what's-its flaming hot mac and cheese. You said that was really spicy. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? It's my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Antonos. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Well, cutscene! Let's go. There he is. Voiced? Surely. Seen like this.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made.
His old voice
With your
is
strength
awful.
now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea.
You don't see anyone else in chat? Yeah, YouTube chat's been a bit quiet today.
From this moment forth,
Any
I
chat you're seeing
declare
on
you
screen
crystal
is from
brave.
Twitch.
Let us
My-
mend this
I'm dual
fractured
streaming at the
realm
moment.
and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus,
Go on, Alphino.
does it fall to
Tell it
some
how it
few
is.
heroic souls to succeed where they have failed.
You should do actually a spicy noodle.
Come, take your
Oh,
place at the
no,
Scion's side
I don't know.
as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight.
That
for
stuff
the
last
freedom
time
of all.
hurt.
For the freedom of all.
You want your maid handy? Well, I'll get there eventually.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur.
There you go, Crystal Braves. That's what we're called.
Please, antecedent. The title is honorable.
Antecedent. Is that how it is? I've been
I
calling it
shall not be
antecedent.
leading the troops
Oh, well,
into
never mind.
battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
Let's join hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm a baby trying to lead grown men, pretty much. Oh, there we go. You even donate to see it again? Oh God! Another cutscene straight away. Look at that. That
I'm
can't.
eager to see what the Crystal Braids might accomplish.
It is voiced.
This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
It will be. You're absolutely right. Ring, ring, ring.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle.
Oh, the Isle of Val.
Such
Yeah.
power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive?
Hey, that's
Thank
good.
the 12.
We love Cryo. We all love Cryo.
I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon.
You know I will do it. I know.
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
Yeah. Better
Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima.
Uh-oh.
Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Probably.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelind's silence portends naught but ill, I fear.
She's gone all quiet.
Louis
So
Swan,
I'll find out about that side
I
content.
pray you yet watch over us.
2 expansions. Yes. Oh, Event Star. Do I want that for later? I mean, my augmented ironworks. Event Star's good for glands, so I'm going to take it. At least our Cosmic Mama speaks to us? Yeah. Aye. Warshiphon. Oh, very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment has spared the fate of the last. Oh, spotted something. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. And there's Ishgard. Oh, look who it is. Maybe, Lily. Maybe. Oh. 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 Getting flashbacks to Anor Londo in Dark Souls. I don't know, played Dark Souls, so I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. There we go. That is chapter 2.3. Okay. Well, that was a good one. How long did we do? 3 hours 13? That's awesome. Achievement! Yeah, we know it's over once we got that. That's the main thing. Right. So that is about where we're going to end. So I've done 3 hours without a break. So I need to stop. On YouTube first, thank you everyone for coming by. We've got WTWF and we've got Simon the Tunner and Yamper. Thank you for being on YouTube. I'm going to end the YouTube stream now. So thank you all for being here. See you soon. And that one's ended. Okay, because I can do this one separate.